And every day the world will drag you by the hand, yelling, "This is important, and this is important, and that is important." You need not worry about this, and this, and this. And each day, it's up to you to yank your hand back and put it on your heart and say, "No, this is what is important." The heart is important. And I would suggest to you that this idea, which comes from Ian Thomas, which is phrased so very beautifully, a reminder to us that there are so many things out there, so many demands on our time, on our attention, urgent, important things. But very often those things that we are urgent and important are not really essential and are not critical. And we sometimes overlook in our haste and in our busyness, we overlook that which is really important, that which touches my heart, relationships, other people. And I would suggest to you that this is what underlines one of the most basic ideas, concepts, and practices of being Jewish, Shabbat. Shabbat is mentioned in this week's parasha, as it has been in every book of the Torah. We're in the book of Vayikra, Parashat Emor, and Emor starts off chapter 23, where God speaks to us again through Moshe, saying, "Sheshet yamim taseh malacha, 6 days of the week you shall work. Yom HaShvi Shabbat, Shabbaton." The seventh day is a special, an additional day of rest. It's a Shabbat, Shabbaton. Notice the double phrasing. It's a real day of deep rest and repose. Mikra Kodesh, call it holy. Kol malacha lo tasu. Don't do any work. Shabbat hi l'Hashem b'chol moshvotechem. It's a Shabbat to God, in wherever you are, wherever you find yourself. Shabbat is a timely reminder in this very busy world in which we live. This world in which so many people are so stressed out, where so many people feel driven by those emails, by that phone call, by the things that we have to do and the things that we have to care for. Busyness, I would say, is one of the plagues of our day. And Shabbat is an answer to that plague. It's interesting because so many people today are suggesting that we should turn off our technology for some hours, for a day. They suggest to people to rid themselves of this addiction to the internet, or an addiction to one's phone, or an addiction to checking one's messages at all times of day and night. They say what you should do is take a day out. Put your phone, throw the phone out. Or as they do now sometimes when you go to a social occasion, they say to everybody as you're coming in, and we're coming for dinner, please put your phone in the basket over here. You don't need it. We're going to be talking. We're going to be interacting. So you see the wisdom, the power of the Shabbat of those centuries ago, when we hadn't even anticipated and thought of iPhones and iPads and computers and the things that would want to draw our attention. The wisdom, the beauty of the Shabbat was about taking time out, taking time off, switching off the technology so you can switch on your soul, so you can switch on your heart, so you can switch yourself back on to the things that are really important, to the family who are around you, to the friends who are in need of your attention. Shabbat does that for us, and that's why so many of us, that Friday night is such a special island in time. But extend it. If your Shabbat is only a few hours long, only about a Friday night, then why not extend it? Extend it for this Shabbat. Extend it a little bit. Enjoy the Shabbat, Shabbaton. Switch off the technology. Switch on to Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.